Welcome to day 7, final day.
We're here.
We made it. You guys made it. You're still here. So day 7 is the last and the final missing puzzle piece of the brain and the gut. So today we're going to talk about how the gut and the brain are connected, how they communicate, and what you can do to make sure that how your gut is communicating to your brain is in a way that's positive. So we just want to talk a little bit about inflammation right now. So everyone has a silent inflammation profile in your body. That's your body reacting to toxins, to thoughts, to the food that you put in. And what is happening, and you're so unaware of it, is that inflammation is being caused. It's activating our immune system. And during that friendly fire of our body protecting ourselves, healthy cells are getting damaged. If we stay in that zone of constant inflammation where our body is constantly in this fighting mode, what happens is we start breaking down and getting things like autoimmune disorders. So Laura, tell us a little bit about more about this inflammation, how it's linked to the brain.
Absolutely. And this could be a whole course on its own. So we're
Right.
just skimming the surface on inflammation.
We're dumbing it down.
We're we're paring it down. We've talked a lot about that in that hormone called cortisol. When we're in that fear, when we're in that fight, cortisol is around. Now, the gut is obviously the stomach. So when there's high cortisol levels, the gut, we change the way it works. So you change that, it's called permeability, or what leaks out, and we've all heard of leaky gut. When that change in permeability happens, things can leak out. We get impaired function of the gut. Well, now things that are supposed to be inside are outside. The body thinks of those as, well, digested is impaired, and the body thinks of those as
Invaders. Bad guys.
And that causes autoimmunity. An autoimmune attack on those. So it responds with more out of control inflammation, and it really can go globally systemic throughout the whole body. So what happens, it's not just a gut problem. Many times inflammation starts in the gut, but is not evident as a gut problem. It can show itself as a brain problem. Lack of focus, lack of concentration, all this overwhelm, neurodegenerative conditions, absolutely. But it can also affect liver, muscles, nerves, joints, skin, thyroid, you name it. That's the systemic part. So just know what can cause inflammation is what we're eating, and that's what we're talking about today. Also your thoughts, your traumas, your toxins, your thoughts, hormones, toxins, your environment can also be the cause of that inflammation in your gut. So we're going to talk about what we're giving you today is a meal plan, recipes, and a grocery list that helps you innately focus on what you're putting into your body. And we can control, is it anti-inflammatory or is it pro-inflammatory, which means we're putting more inflammation into the body. We also have an amazing exercise or activity for you that's called really pairing it to food, feeling, brain function. So it's a food and feeling journal.
So many times people who are suffering from gut issues also suffer from neurological conditions, feelings of anxiety, forgetfulness. So when your gut is affected, your brain is affected. So we really want you throughout this course to become so self-aware. Listen to your body, tune in. What are those fuel choices you're making? How is your body feeling in terms of mood, emotion, as well as brain function? Are you eating poor? Do you have depression, brain fog, fatigue? Well, where does the change need to start? With the fuel. And that's what we want you to take away. So this meal plan, this grocery list, this recipe is not the be-all, end-all that we want you to look at in your nutrition. It is just a starting point, and it's easy. Just take the grocery list, start with some of those recipes and really start thinking and linking how you feel to what you're eating and how you're functioning.
Absolutely. We're at the end of 7 days. You have 7 days of tools, of strategies to implement. We've broken down very simply. You have actions, rinse and repeat. You have, you're set up now to activate the best brain or a better brain to really decrease all that overwhelm and just be the best version of you that you can be. So remember,
Absolutely,
You are
guys. You're one good decision away from completely transforming your lives.